Welcome back to Mcoc Al Bundy Rules. I got 1.2 Chapter 1 Quest 2 of the September 2021 event quest, Cavalier difficulty, going out there, giving me a nice completion walkthrough on an easy path. Decided to go this way. Skill attackers gain permanent fury increase, and each time a damaging debuff is purified or expires. Rapid metabolism, they get rid of debuffs 40% quicker, and turtling. If attacker hasn't landed a hit in 6 seconds, defender gains indefinite armor up, increasing their armor rating by 30% with a max of 3 stacks. Landing a hit resets this timer. So we're going to want skill champs, preferably ones that launch damaging debuffs, and even quick expiring damaging debuffs could be beneficial too. See along the path, making sure it follows this whole way to keep the same ones, and seeing how we're going through, seeing the buffs on those, and then we see the boss, the Venompool. See Divine Barrier for loose, steady, preserve, but we'll take a closer look at those nodes once we get to that spot, but let's make it there first. So I brought a skill-heavy team, brought 4 skills to get me on through the path, and I brought Spider. When I was thinking, based on what I was seeing on Venompool, I figured she would probably be good. However, we'll see. So I brought her specifically for that, but most of my additional skill can handle business there as need be. So going on to Mr. Negative, I just starting off not too well, already took a nice hit, but the big thing, I think Fury is perfect for these paths. If you just do medium, light combos, those bleeds will go off very quick. Each time the debuff leaves, you will get a Fury. Notice I've already got 8 Furies stacked. 4 Fury. Fury's got Furies. And that makes it super easy fight right there. So you could get through most of the fights in this 1.2 just with Nick Fury if you got him. But of course I could rely on him the whole way, but I won't because not everybody has Nick Fury, right? So I'm going to show you other champs as well, kind of mix and match a little bit, make our way through. Now I'm looking at the Spider-Man Starkey. And decided to go in and go with Mole Man. The reason I decided to go with Mole Man here, he does have some bleed debuffs, and once they expire, and parry just did not work right there. I took a couple hits right in the abs, my big old green chunky abs on Mole Man's monster dude. Anyway, so the bleeds are going there, so each time they expire, as we see, I should get some Furies as we see. So Mole Man is going to be able to build up. I also decided Mole Man would be good because as long as you keep that monster mass thing not active, he's going to have, he won't miss. And Starkey's misses are just, evades are just so random. He doesn't evade very often, but he just scan the group, and the next thing you know, he starts going ninja mode on you. So I feel Mole Man will be good, although I'm having a hard time getting anything going right now. Kind of try to shift the tide a little bit. There we go. Get moving. I see myself getting up the power right there. But I need to go ahead and bait out that S2. This has not been a smooth fight. However, it isn't too terrible. Only 6 fights for a pass, so if you get a little bit of extra chip damage going on, it's not going to be bad. But I don't know what's going on this fight, but trying to parry or trying to get any attacks, this Starkey is like straight up going Bruce Lee ninja kung fu action on me right now. But whatever. So Mole Man probably won't be a whole lot more use the remainder of the quest. Took way more damage than I should have in that fight. I don't know what was going on there, but Starkey was possessed, man. He was just going straight up, pow, 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 chugga. That's okay. So let's move on over now to our next fight, Electra. I decided to bring Crossbones just for a little bit of fun. I'm not even too sure how he's going to do on this path, but I decided to take a look at him. I was looking at him in my roster. I'm like, you know what, let's bring some Crossbones action in. So my strategy in this fight, I'm going to avoid trying to parry because Electra can ignore those. So I'm going to bait out specials, do some intercept, and do some other little good doohickeys here and there if I feel like I got a strong chance at a parry. I may or may not go for it, but so far going smooth. If you're not sure what I'm doing with Crossbones, by the way, I do have a tutorial on him that breaks it down really good. I actually haven't used him in a little bit. That's why I decided he'd be kind of fun. So I'm a little rusty on him, but he is a pretty cool champ. I did enjoy his buff pretty much, and my dex just does not seem to be working I'm trying to dex through that S1, and it just was not going. I tried to dash there. I couldn't take off my block. My controls seem all jacked up. But then again, the game's been bugged so long, I don't even know if it's the bugs, if it's I'm just becoming completely useless at this game. I find myself questioning myself, what is the bugs and what is me? Anyway, down goes Electra, a nice easy fight overall. Again, took more block damage than I should have. The dex just didn't seem to be dexing the way I would have liked it to. But so be it. Don't need that much out of my champs to get through the path. And let's keep going down the same path, which is going to lead us to Miss Mara Kamala Khan next. Let's break out my Shang-Chi, making those Bruce Lee references. Let's break out this bad boy, him and his martial art badness. He's pretty fun to play. I've been enjoying him. Got mine at R4, 100% worth the R5. I just don't R5 5 stars very often anymore. And if you're not sure what I'm doing or how I'm using them, I do have a tutorial on how to use them. A very cool, fun champ. And I'm not 100% sure how well he is going to actually even be in these nodes because of debuffs as far as stacking Fury. But even if he can't maximize on stacking the Furies from debuffs and stuff damaging, he's still a pretty dang awesome champ. So I don't have any Furies yet, but that's okay. I'm getting this fight down nice and low, little by little. Smackety dabbity. Getting some of those strikes, disarming strike, breaking strike, and let's finish this off. Sharugan. There we go. Now let us move on through the rest of the path. Gonna need a little bit of energy. When I say item for him, I'm like no boost, no revives, no health potions. I'll use some energy, a little bit here and there to make sure I can get through the pass and get to the video as timely as humanly possible. They have no impact on the fight. I don't use, on these walkthroughs, I never use any items that will have any impact on the actual fights themselves. Or just some straightforward fighting for you. Let's break out back good old Nick Fury against someone who could probably do 90% plus of these fights in 1.2 by himself rather effortlessly, I would believe. Again, I recommend ending his combos with light attacks to get that stronger bleed and to let it expire quicker. The quicker it expires is actually a major benefit. And we got Nick Fury going against the Overseer, someone who hasn't got a lot of love after he was released. Actually, hear very little. Fun champ. I got a tutorial on him. I recommend checking it out for those of you who like pretty cool champs. Good utility on him. Got some underrated damage. But anyway, he's already down. So I guess we'll move on to the next fight, which is going to be Abomination. I decided to go to use Crossbones here. Just because, figuring maybe if I have any issues on poisons and purified, that should be able to help most likely. But if not, I'm not too worried. I'm just going to kind of keep powing him in his head. Give a punch, a kick, a jab, jab, jab. And go ahead and dex out of that big old boots. See that Superman punch come flying on down. And get some action going on. Getting some special too. Alright, so I am just kind of playing around with this Abomination. Working on finishing up this path really soon. Looking to try to build up some more of those theories. Get some damage going down. Gonna go ahead and reactivate over on pretty soon, most likely. When I'm ready, when I'm happy with my theories. Trying to get it going. Sometimes you like go back and try to activate it and you go back again and it just kind of stops. Go ahead and launch out this S3 overrun moving. Pow. Pow. Decent damage on that S3. Get from only an R4 5-star. Can't complain with that. And let's finish that off. Down he goes. The big green guy is down for the count. Now it is time to move on to the boss, Venompool. Take a look at this fight. I don't think I've really fought him since his buff. Power focus, combat power below 2. 60%. After 2, it's -80%. After activating a special attack, defender becomes unstoppable. Has 25% chance to invade for 7 seconds. When defender activates special attack, they gain stun immunity for 4 seconds plus 2 seconds for each unique buff. Okay. When fighting mystic attackers, every 10 seconds, timer becomes immune. So Divine Barrier is why I didn't bring a mystic, which I normally would for this fight. But the unstoppable, along with the evade, is why I was thinking Spider-Gwen would probably be good. So I brought her along. I'm figuring if I can keep slow going on, that will stop the unstoppable, which along with that would stop the unblockable. So she should be a good fit for this fight as long as I don't make any silly mistakes. But one thing I am going to have to try to remember and work around is the stun immunity after specials, because if I have to do a parry heavy to get a slow going on and he's stun immune, then I'm not going to be able to keep that slow going on. So I'm going to try to work around that. And I see slow's wearing down. Keeping slow active is going to be a big key on this one. Ooh, was a little worried about trying to get that heavy in for another slow, and I just got clubbed. I just got smacked upside my head on that special and just went down bad. So that should not have ended like that. Or just a sloppy little move on my side. I do still believe Spider-Gwen would be a good fit for that fight. Pretty much anybody was slow as long as you time things correctly, especially around the stun immunity. But with that being said, let's just go into Shang-Chi and let's not be fancy. Let's just fight here, okay? I was trying to work around the nodes. Let's just do what I like doing better anyways. Let's just fight. Just go straight, smacky dabby style. Although one thing that I am going to have to work around is when I have to reset his strikes. Trying to get a parry heavy. I'm going to try to be careful to do it at the right time when he is not stun immune. But in the meantime, I'm going to build him up. Get some S3 action going on. Looked like he punched him right in his rear end. That's not a fun place to get punched, I bet. Alright, so he does a special. I see the stun immunity. I see some power gain going on. I see he's a S2, but it is slower power rate after S2, so I don't have to be too worried. Just instinctively, I tend to get a little cautious around when I see 2 bars of power. I was trying to reset my charges and I was doing some Karate Kid stuff right there, and that did not work. Again, another sloppy move. Shang-Chi was working fine. I was just trying to reset my stuff with a heavy, and that was just bad. So I'm not doing my best fighting right here. I believe either of the champs I should have been good. This is going to, based on the fact this has been pretty bad, I'll be going revisiting this fight occasionally if I have a boss fight on these EQ walkthroughs that makes me look like how this one's made me look. I'll go back later and show you a cleaner fight, how to get through it with the solo. So expect to see another video. So if you are struggling with this fight, see a lot of what I'm doing wrong here, but don't worry too much. I'll be releasing another video on this fight in the somewhat near future to give you a little better walk. This is my first walkthrough on this fight. Kind of play it by ear. As long as I get through without revives, potions, or boosts, I'm happy. If I take a couple KOs in the process, doesn't bother me at all, because you don't get no gold star brownie points for finishing with less KO champs or more health. So as long as I get through without the resources, I'm a happy camper. And Nick Fury's doing very well in this fight, so I will be probably exploring him again in the near future, because he is kind of melting Venompool away, and down he goes. So was it clean and pretty? Nah, not at all, not at all. But did we get the job done? Yes, we did. And when it comes down to it, that's what we care about. So there we go. That is 1.2 from September 2021 Event Quest. That was Chapter 1, Quest number 2. And again, remember, I'll have all 6 quests from all 3 chapters, 2 quests per chapter, for this event quest up. So be sure to check my channel. Be sure to have click on that icon to subscribe to Mcoc Al Bundy Rules. Turn those notifications on. Expect to see all 6 quest completion walkthroughs, item free, and also some of the revisits of some of the bosses. Don't forget to watch more content.